Um, why is that not playing? Because I closed Foobar. Alright, that'll work. What a fantastic start. Hello, I'm the Precacious from Longington. And, nothing works. But I am here to entertain you and make life generally irritating. And, part of the way I'll be doing that by loudly pouring water. And also, playing a video game. Broken Sword 5. This one's good. This one is surprisingly good. And I'm frankly looking forward to more of it. You're here too. Okay, good. Neat. I don't have anything to say about that. Hello, Jaffa. That was a noise? I'm looking at Blue Sky right now, and I'm up to 80 followers. Why the fuck? I gotta start banning people for following me. I gotta start just randomly banning people I don't know for following me. Assholes. Anyway, hello! We have a full party. It's 3 of the full fucking party. Then, it's no wonder my streams do the kind of numbers they do. I'm the party leader. Too bad, we're going off a cliff. We're going into the fucking ocean. Get in the ocean. You're on a plane. Do not get in the ocean. You are exempt from the ocean. You stay in the sky where you belong. But yeah, Broken Sword 5, actually good. Surprised the hell out of me. The only thing that bothers me is the delay when you click to move. Playing Diablo 4. Congratulations. I've been playing Grim Dawn some. And I have this problem with action RPGs. Where I play about 10 to 20 levels. And then I'm like, okay, but what if I was a totally different class in a totally different spec? And then I restart the game. And I never go anywhere. Very irritating. Very unhelpful. Also have this problem with MMOs. It's not a problem. It's not a problem with MMOs. That's how the genre is supposed to be played. You're supposed to make 20 different alts. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. Look, if I come up with, like... If I decide that I want to play, like, a ranger or a hunter or something, and I decide to name them, like, Pet Zabrowski, then, you know, that's my prerogative. Only gives you 999 character slots per server. See, that to me sounds like an opportunity to attempt to replicate the entire Mega Man X boss list. Or something. Hello, Shitari. Gee, what is... Everybody is coming up. Everybody is showing up. Hello, everybody. Hi. I don't remember what I was... You could never make Flame Hyena in City of Heroes. I mean, you could? Maybe? Start banning people before I become popular. I mean, I might. The reason I keep talking about, like, banning people who follow me on Blue Sky is because, like, I don't know these people. And frankly, having looked at some of their timelines, I don't fucking want to know these people. So, you know, that's the thing. Anyway, Broken Sword. Let's, come over here. Bring you folks down here. Unselect the text box. Like, fucking stop that. Okay. Let's get the game up. You're following me on Blue Sky? See, there are two kinds of people who follow me on Blue Sky. There are people I know and care about, and there are fucking weirdo randoms. I don't want to know any fucking weirdo randoms. Except for the weirdo randoms I do want to know, I guess, but... Also, I'm sorry, this is still the most, like, fucking, wheat toast looking UI I've ever seen. Like, what is this font? Fucking weirdo people I know. If I know them, they're not weirdos. They are distinguished guests. I don't know what about this is not, like, sinking in. Usually, the weirdo randoms you want are easy to spot because they have enormous furry dicks. That's what should be sinking in. Anyway, when last we left our heroes, George had just been arrested. Sucks to be him. And Nico is in her apartment, and there's an old guy. Why is there an old guy? I don't know. Let's look around.
It was full of paperwork.
Alright, there's a chest that's full of paperwork.
It
Computer.
was my computer. The bin was full.
I don't think they put any effort into writing this scene at all.
I loved that camera. The envelope held the photos I took at the robbery. I'd already chosen the best photo for my article. I didn't need to look at them again.
Twitch for making that an are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure you should speak? Are you really sure about that?
Would you like a glass of wine?
Yes, those stairs are a nightmare. That's better.
So, what can I do for you, monsieur?
My name is Tiago Marquez. I saw your report on the robbery. I found your address. I came straight away. I needed to see you.
And why is that?
The stolen painting, La Malédiction, it belongs to me.
Ronnie had wanted me to interview the owner, and now here he was.
Good,
Or rather,
cool.
he was somebody who claimed to be the owner.
Alright, that is an important distinction to make. I'm gonna go ahead and bump the volume very slightly on my end. I don't know if it'll bump it on yours. There we go.
I had no reason to show Marquez my press card. He already knew who I was.
At some point we have to take the chewing gum off our press card. That's unprofessional.
So the stolen painting is yours? Tell me more.
La Malédiction belonged to my family in Catalonia in the 30s, before the Civil War.
So what was it doing here in Paris?
The fascists stole it in 1938. They killed my father, but not me. I escaped. I have been looking for it ever since. You have to help me find it.
Ah, the specter of fascism is everywhere.
You've got my attention, but if I'm to help you, I need more to go on.
I have something. This old photograph. It is of me and my family.
Look at this photograph.
See the painting? A above the fireplace?
Yes, it's La Maledictio. The photograph suddenly appeared to link the old man to the painting.
Dude, your family is ripped.
You took the photographs at that robbery, huh?
I did, yes.
I need to see them.
Why?
Please, I must see them.
All
The
right.
old man, the sad child.
Here they are.
Probably. Could be a photograph of anyone. That's true.
This is the best shot I took. They used it in the paper.
Yes, it is how I recognize La Maledictio, my painting.
It does look like the one in your photograph.
So close, but now it is lost again.
This one was rejected. Georges got in the way. Typical.
Who is this George?
Just a friend. He insured the painting.
So, he will know who is this liar who claims to own my painting.
I don't think he does. He would have told me.
Also, like, paintings can be sold, man. Oh, hey, a tattoo. You're right. This is a distinguishing mark.
Here's the thief making off with the painting.
What is that tattoo on his arm?
Looks like a skull and crossbones. Headhunters, hmm?
You will find him, and then you will find my painting.
I can
Okay,
try
you're
and see.
really intense, man. You
must,
gotta stop it.
mademoiselle.
Ink trail. Hey.
This shot didn't come out too well.
It's perfect.
Perfect?
Finally, La Maledictio, in all its splendor. The lines, the color, the detail. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Then take it. That shot is no good to me.
Really? Thank you, mademoiselle.
Now, you can have that guy's arm if you want it.
Marquez's story was very interesting, but I needed to corroborate it. I wondered if the gallery kept ownership records. And while I didn't wholly trust him, this was the one lead that I didn't want to lose. Where are you staying?
What? Nowhere. Here, perhaps.
I didn't want him to stay in my apartment.
I don't blame
There was
you.
another solution. My neighbor is out of town for a few days. You could stay there.
Yes, that would be good. Thank you.
Great.
Does your
Let's go.
neighbor know about this? We're just gonna have an old man squat in this apartment.
Adam said that he would leave the spare key under the mat.
Do I actually have to...
My neighbor had left a key for me under the doormat. Which reminded me I hadn't watered his plants for a week. The key wasn't there. The gap was wide, but not wide enough for my fingers.
Oh.
There was a large gap between the floorboards.
Maybe we can blame the old man for the dead Oh, this is what the chewing gum is for. Insert card, receive key.
Using the sticky chewing gum, I was able to fish out the key.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll just blame the plants on the dead guy. The dead plants on the old guy. We're not gonna kill him! Probably. Oh my, what the hell is this? What the hell is that?
This will do.
Glad it's up to standard. I have to go out, monsieur.
Why is this a
I'd
museum to
honestly the front
pugs?
page if I got an interview with the painting's owner. And here was a crazy Spaniard claiming to be just that. I needed to find out who had put the painting up for sale. Maybe there was more to
I would
find at
love
the
to
gallery.
do that. I would love to. She just marches out, so.
Len was sitting outside the cafe. He looked dazed.
Okay, can we go back and look at that, though, then? No, we cannot actually leave. God damn it.
Paris was full of beautiful landmarks.
Hi, waiter.
Hi.
So it is you, madame. There is no coffee. It bores me now. There is cola, or beer, or champagne.
No thanks, I'll pass.
That is your choice. And you have exercised it.
This waiter is the most French. Meanwhile, how's the crime scene looking? It's taped off, of course.
The door led back into the gallery.
Can we just break it?
I needed to get inside, but the door was locked. I wasn't going to get anywhere without some help.
Alright, let's go talk to Lane.
Hello, Monsieur Lin.
Ah, the delectable Nicole Collard, super sleuth. How may I be of service?
I was hoping I'd find you here.
Always available for a lovely lady such as yourself.
Hate this guy already. He's been sleeping with half of Paris.
I managed to get chewing gum stuck on my press card.
What a bizarre turn of events.
That's what I thought.
What a bizarre turn of events. Ugh. I hurt my throat doing that.
Henri's death, it must be so very hard for you.
Yes, I shall miss him deeply. We had such a very special relationship. The loss is so hard to endure, even for a man of such inner strength as myself.
The inner strength, you say? Okay, sure.
I'm writing a follow-up piece on the gallery theft.
Ah, so you need an inside view. Authoritative.
Something like that.
The police have finished in the gallery. We could chat in the office. It's much more comfortable. More intimate. I might even be able to
I will
rustle
set you
up a
on
little
fire.
bottle of champagne.
Maybe later. I have some things to do first.
Maybe next time, then.
He is oddly beloved. It's true.
What do you know about the owner of La Malediccio?
That was Henri's business. He found the painting and did the deal with the owner.
Would anybody else know anything about the owner?
Not likely. He kept especially quiet about that one. But he always kept a manifest for every exhibition.
A manifest.
You mentioned a manifest. How would one get a look at that?
One might start in the office. That's where Henri kept most of his paperwork.
I guess we gotta take him up on that offer.
About the gallery.
Of course, my dear. We can go there now, if you would like.
That sounds great.
We can discuss my ordeal over a glass of champagne.
Oh, it'll be an ordeal,
A
alright.
cozy chat with Lane was the last thing I wanted. But it was my best hope if I wanted to get a look around the office. So, what are we waiting for?
The Christmas. I do find myself appreciating the
After you,
width of
my
his
dear.
legs. They are some wide legs. Alright, where is it?
The place was heaving with junk. Finding what I wanted wouldn't be easy. As Lane sat down, something stuck out from beneath the cushion. It
He
looked
just
like a
sat on it,
folder.
didn't he?
Whatever it was, the police had missed it. I needed to get it.
Come, join me on the couch. I'm ready for you. You will be gentle with me, won't you?
No.
Oh, I'm never gentle, Monsieur Lane.
Oh. Oh. Do call me Hector.
Lane had clearly beaten this sofa into submission.
Do I have a line on that folder? No. Alright, maybe... What I think I need to do is get him to get up and get champagne. Oh man, there's all kinds of bric-a-brac in here.
There was nothing special about the clock.
Then why is it a hotspot? Checkmate.
It was a poster for a Stockholm music festival. The headline was a group called the Hairy Lobsters. I'd always dreamed about owning a VW van. With what I earned, I'd never own one of those.
You dreamed of owning a Volkswagen van?
Come back over here, my dear.
Shut up. Why would you dream of owning a Volkswagen?
Henri's notice board was covered in mementos. The lamp was still on. It looked tacky.
Because she's a socialist and hippie. I mean, so am I, and... Like... I don't know if I ever wanted that kind of van.
Come on back.
I
Shut up.
couldn't touch the desk while Lane was there.
Yeah, can we get you to go away, please? We gotta sit. Alright.
Lane hadn't noticed the folder. With that amount of padding, who would? The only way to get hold of it was to distract him. If I tried to reach across, I'd touch Lane's leg. Ooh.
Oh. I mean, I did kind of want, like, a Scooby-Doo van. I thought I'd drive around the country solving mysteries. That was back when I still believed I might be able to drive.
Monsieur Lane?
Hector, please.
No.
Oh, Hector. Perhaps I will join you in that glass of champagne.
But of course, champagne, nature's balm in troubled times.
No, you have to go get up and get it. Oh, damn it. Okay, can I, like, spill this on him?
To new friends!
To love.
Yep.
Oh, mon Dieu, that is so cold!
Oops, silly me. I am so sorry.
I'll have to dry this off. Don't you worry, my dear.
In the folder was a list of all the paintings in the exhibition. La Malediccio had to be there. It was. And next to it was the owner's name, Mr. Medovsky. The police had obviously not spotted the folder. I put it back. I had what I needed for my story.
Alright, I'm out.
Monsieur Lane, thanks for everything. But I think I hear my editor calling.
Ma chérie, no need to leave so soon. It's only a little spillage.
Nope.
And I found out who claims to own La Malediccio. Some guy named Medovsky. Sounds Russian, right?
Medovsky, my god.
Who is he?
He's new on the oligarch block. Fresh into London from Russia, with ambition and a bloody reputation. Collard, this is way over your head. I'm gonna put a more experienced crime journalist on the story. I can't afford for you to get hurt.
Relax, Ronnie. This is my story. Leave it with me. Let's discuss it over lunch tomorrow.
Okay. But don't do anything more. See you tomorrow.
A more experienced... Like, who is more experienced
Ronnie
than running
didn't
down
trust me with
shit
the
than
story,
Nico?
But I wasn't going to let him give it to someone else. I was going to have to move fast. Come in.
Hey, George!
Hi, George. Great to see you.
Hope you don't mind me just dropping in.
No, not at all. How you getting on?
Pretty good. I found the gun that was used in the robbery.
I'm impressed.
Yeah? Well, Nave wasn't. He accused me of trying to plant it, and then of being involved in Henri's death. Then he threw me into a cell. He couldn't make a stick, of course, so he had to let me go this morning. But he's convinced I'm involved. So if I put a foot wrong, he'll nail me next time. But, hey, on the bright side, have I got a story for you?
Huh. Reality ensues, I guess. They couldn't make the charges stick.
Annette, the manager at Vera Security, lied about the owner of the company. When I pieced together that shredded letter, I got a name. Medovsky.
Medovsky! That's the same guy who claims to own La Malediccio.
What? He owns the painting and Vera Security? He
Oh.
has to be the one behind this whole scam.
You're telling me? We have to be sure.
Speaking of the old guy,
What the?
what the hell? Old people? Where did that come from?
I cannot sleep on that bed. It is too soft.
Josh, this is Senor Marquez.
Nice to meet you.
So you are this George, huh?
Senor Marquez is staying in the apartment across the hall. Apparently, he's the real owner of La Malediccio.
What? I thought you said Medovsky was the owner.
Senor Marquez claims the painting was stolen from his family during the Spanish Civil War.
Really? Do you have any proof?
Senor Marquez, could you show him the photograph?
Look, we've fucked with everybody else. Why not fuck with the Russian mafia? Again, your family is ripped, man. This guy isn't so much. He's kind of... This guy could use a sandwich. This guy's beefed.
A pair of statues stood on plinths on the mantelpiece. That's definitely La Malediccio hanging on the wall?
It belonged to my family, so it belongs to me.
Part of the fireplace? Now, why would they be part of the fireplace?
It was a grand fireplace. Who's this?
My mother, a good woman, a saint.
Who is this?
My father. When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother. But my father was not so lucky.
Why is he wearing an amulet the size of Nebraska?
How can we prove this is you as a child?
The dates would tie up, George.
If the painting really was stolen during the 1930s, then this Medovsky guy has no legitimate claim to it. But how can I be sure that you're the boy in that picture?
I can prove it. Look at my father in the photograph. You see the medallion he's wearing? He gave it to me just before he died. This medallion has been in our family for hundreds of years.
It's definitely the same medallion. A snake eating its own tail. That's also on the painting.
It is the Ouroboros.
The what?
The Ouroboros. It is a sign of my people, my family, my faith. The Gnostics. My father was a Gnostic leader. La Malediccio is sacred to the Gnostics. Hence, they both display the Ouroboros.
A priest I met said the painting was the devil's work, a thing of evil.
Ha! He would say that. Do not believe all you hear from the church. Whatever you think, the painting is mine.
I like
If
the
Marquez was the
Gnostics.
true
Like,
owner
you know,
of
there's just the
Malediccio,
one group.
Then Medovsky had no legal claim to it. Might be tough to prove, but if I could, we wouldn't have to pay out on the insurance. So, if the painting belongs to you, how did Medovsky get it?
The fascists stole it. It went to Madrid, then Berlin, then, after the war, to Moscow. After that, it was lost, until now.
We need to talk to this Medovsky, but how do we find him? It was a cheap bottle of wine. Hey, Nico?
Hey, Nico.
Yes, Josh?
But yeah, you know, the one group of Gnostics, the, singular. All Gnostics believe the same thing.
I'm pretty surprised this cookie's held up so well in my pocket.
Gotta work on the small talk, Josh.
You wanna see Trevor?
Hey, Nico, have I introduced you to Trevor?
Oh, get that horrible thing away.
We are gonna show every NPC in the game this cockroach. Matter of fact, let's show the old guy.
Senor Marquez.
Yes, George?
Hey, Senor Marquez, meet Trevor.
He is a cockroach in a box.
He's my new pet. I'm getting rather attached to him. You want a cookie, Senor Marquez?
No, it has been in your pocket and is falling to pieces.
Okay, well, that's fair.
I found some evidence that ties Henri to the dodgy security company.
That doesn't surprise me. It sounds as though the whole thing was set up.
I found this paperclip. It's gotta be useful for something.
I imagine if you have any paper you need clipped.
One of the great pleasures of adventure games is just being able to show people shit. Like, Phoenix Wright knows this. They let you show the attorney badge to everybody. And that's one of the great pleasures of the world.
I don't suppose you have any use for a match.
Why would I?
Good question.
Do you need to borrow my nail clippers?
I prefer to bite my nails, monsieur.
Not top making Sam cry by trying to pick up things. That's fair.
What do you think of this?
I would not use it to clean my shoes, monsieur.
Well, to be honest, neither would I.
Do you complain about my shoes, monsieur?
I found this completion note for the security work done at the gallery. They went against my recommendations.
And now my painting has been stolen.
You mentioned the Gnostics. What can you tell me about them?
It is not important. A religious sect, that is all. My family were Gnostic. They were a peaceful, good people.
Can you ever trust religious sects?
So, La Malediccio belongs to your family?
It did. Once it was stolen, I did not believe I would ever see it again.
You must have been excited to see the painting again.
It was a miracle.
Nico,
Nico, I have to resume showing my
Yes?
inventory to you.
this paperclip is bound to come in useful. I just know it.
Well, you've surprised me before, George. I'd keep it.
You know, she's actually gotten kind of savvy.
So let's go over what we know about the thief.
Okay, well, he had a distinctive tattoo on one arm.
And his helmet had Waterloo Motors across it.
Not a lot to go on.
I don't know, it's something.
What do we know about this Medovsky character?
Ronnie said he was dangerous and very rich. He claims to be the owner of La Malediccio.
And appears to be the boss of Vera's security who were supposed to protect it. Now that kind of figures. The best way to steal something is to get hired to look after it. But why steal a painting you already own?
We need to talk to this guy.
To do that, we need to find him.
Why steal a painting you already own? That is a very good question. I don't know if it's for the insurance money. Particularly if he's already rich. No. I mean, he's got a point. Like, if you're already rich, what do you need with the money? But is he maybe trying to draw attention to it? Like, does he need the medallion for something and think the original owner might come chasing after it? Which, you know, he did, so.
I found the gun that Henri was shot with at Vera Security.
If Madowski owns Vera Security, it means that he must know the killer.
Well, it can't be Annette, but she has to be involved in some way. We need to track down Waterloo Motors.
Have you tried the internet?
I've been kind of busy.
Okay, let's have a look.
You have a
Waterloo
PC right there.
Station, Battle of Waterloo, Waterloo Kebabs, Waterloo Sunset. Ah, here we go. Waterloo Motors. It's a garage in London. I'll send the number to your phone.
You said the thief had a tattoo.
On his arm, it was a skull and crossbones with headhunters written around it.
Okay. Well, we have,
It was my beloved phone.
I can't use it. Alright, let's give him a call.
Waterloo Motors.
Hi,
How can I help you?
my name is George Stobart. I'm investigating a murder that was committed here in Paris.
What's that got to do with us?
The guy we're looking for was wearing a helmet with Waterloo Motors on it.
Oh, yeah. It's a very popular helmet.
I don't suppose you know who might have bought one?
Well, not unless you've got any more information, mate.
The killer had a tattoo on his arm. It said, Headhunters.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he bought one of our helmets just the other day.
Terrific. Do you know his name?
Nah. He brings his boss's Merc here to have it serviced. Word to the wise, though. I hear he don't mess about. The car's registered on Dutchy Street, if there's any help. I mean, that's all I know, mate, sorry.
No, that's more than enough. You've been a great help. Thanks for your time.
See ya.
I'm surprised he knew the dude, like, on description, actually.
Bingo.
Good work. That has to be the guy. And now we've got his address.
How about a trip to London?
I thought you'd never ask. Senor Marquez, will you be okay here?
The bed is uncomfortable, but it will do. Come back quickly with the painting, eh?
Alright, I guess we're in London now.
London cabbies. Gotta love them.
This is the place. Here on the right.
You can tell we're in London because this is Big Ben over here.
To afford a place
I
like
think.
this in London, you've got to be good at something.
What happened to don't even think about leaving the country? Don't worry about it.
So,
Don't worry about
you
it.
clear on how we're going to do this?
Yeah, we're two insurance investigators, see? We finagle our way inside, butter Madowski up, and then get the dirt on him, right?
Finagle?
Yeah, finagle. You remember how to finagle, don't you, Nico?
George, how could I ever forget?
Good, because I suspect we're gonna need major league finaggling to get in this one.
Bitch,
You
why the
got
fuck
it.
are you talking like that? Sound like you're from the 1930s.
It was the intercom system for Madowski's house.
What is this he's working on? You're gonna go fanoodle some
It was
footage?
Tokyo
Okay.
in progress.
Enjoy yourself.
No answer. I had tried the intercom once already. There was no answer.
Well, keep pushing it.
Ah, it's locked. It was a bush, but was it art?
But is it art? What a question. I don't care.
Excuse me? Hello?
On your bike, darling. This is a private residence.
We're here to see Mr. Medovsky.
So?
Showing him my press card would have blown my cover.
Oh, right, we have a cover story about fanoodling.
I don't suppose you know Mr. Medovsky's driver, do you?
And who the hell might you be?
I'm Nico Kalar, and this is my colleague, Georges Stobart.
Well, isn't that cozy? Can you count, darling?
Yes, of course.
Well then, 1, I don't know you or Laughing Boy here from Adam. 2, you ain't got no business round here. And 3, I don't like French birds. Comprenez?
Do we have anything we can throw from here to... No. Okay. George, can you try?
Hey, Georges,
What's up?
seriously, how are we going to do this? According to Ronnie, Medovsky's the real deal.
Coming from Ronnie, that's quite a compliment.
If Medovsky's the killer,
We need to be careful. Which suggests...
I use my Gallic chant.
Exactly.
I mean, that didn't work just 5 seconds ago.
There was no point in calling Georges while he was so close.
Just checking. I would really prefer if George tried to do this, but okay. He's already told us to fuck off once.
Hi, guess who?
What do you want?
Let's compliment the topiary.
Nice bush.
Bush? This is so much more than just a bush.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's art, love. Or to be precise, topiary. And as everybody knows,
Topiary is a transitioned form.
that's right. A statement of man's dominance over nature. A metaphor for the human condition.
And
The
yet,
bush.
It's not enough, is it?
not for the big questions.
Life, death.
Right and wrong.
Tell me about it.
You struggle, monsieur?
Day and night.
That is the human condition.
Do you
Can
ever
we
yearn?
escape it?
It is possible through meditation, contemplation.
I see.
It is our only salvation.
Well, you've given me food for thought, you have.
Anytime.
Much appreciated. At a difficult time.
You are welcome, monsieur.
So, anyway, this is my latest piece. What do you think?
I don't know whether to approve or disapprove. Frankly, it looks fine to me, so...
It's very nice.
Eagle?
Eagle? A two-headed eagle.
Rizzo, get in there, my son. Yes, it's a Russian Imperial Eagle, for the boss. You spotted it
Oh.
straight off. I owe you one, lady. You have got that rare quality, real insight.
No, please. You have a rare talent.
Alright, what about your... Let's try the driver again.
Anything else you can tell us about Mr. Medovsky's driver?
Not really, miss.
Alright, what about Medovsky
We'd like
himself?
to see Mr. Medovsky. It's about the insurance on La Maledictio.
The boss doesn't take callers without an appointment, but I'll see what I can do. I need a good reason to bother the boss with this. He's a busy man.
I understand.
Good
But I
reason.
think
Okay.
he'll want to speak with
I don't know
us.
if I have one.
What makes what you have to say so important?
La Maledictio, a painting that belongs to him, has been stolen. If he wants his insurance claim processed quickly, then he'll want to speak with us. I think he might be annoyed if he finds out you never even told him we came around, right?
Okay, okay. Hang on, I'll phone him now.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Medovsky?
Yeah, insurance. French bird. Yeah.
Yes, boss. Right, I will do. You've piqued the boss's interest. That isn't always a good thing. The gate should be open. I'll take you inside.
Alright.
Follow me, please. Mr. Medovsky will be right with you, madame.
Oh, there's a lot in here to check out.
Well, we're in. Now what?
We'll make him think we're all set to pay out on the policy. See if we can get him to talk.
Welcome, welcome.
Good day, monsieur. My name is Nico Collard, and this is my assistant, Georges Tabar.
You are here to discuss La Malediccio, yes?
Correct.
I am surprised to see you. My agreement with the gallery specified that my ownership should be kept in the strictest confidence. It would appear that agreement has been broken.
A man has been killed, monsieur.
An agreement is an agreement.
Hard or soft? Well, let's go in hard!
A life has been lost and a painting stolen, monsieur. We need to ask you a few questions.
Bravely put, Miss Collard. So be it. I will cooperate however I can.
Okay.
Did you know Henri, the gallery owner?
Oh, purely on a professional basis. My restorer recommended his gallery to me.
Did you ever meet him personally?
No, only via email. I rarely fly. I'm carbon neutral, you know.
Very conscientious, monsieur.
Well, the planet won't save itself.
Your restorer, how does he fit into all this?
Hobbs? Well, he did a little cleaning work on La Malediccio, that's all.
Carbon neutral is your D&D alignment. I don't know, all I can think of when I hear carbon neutral is like eating sticks of graphite. That too is carbon neutral.
How did you come into possession of La Malediccio?
I purchased it at auction.
Activated charcoal. Ruin all of your meds.
We have reason
Delicious.
to believe that the theft was an inside job.
Oh, that is terrible. The staff at the gallery were so pleasant to deal with, but such is human nature. I trust this won't delay the insurance claim.
I'm sure matters will be sorted out soon.
Alright, let's see if we can get his receipts before we bring up Vera.
Do you have receipts for the painting?
Of course, I have already sent them to your office.
These things take time to process.
What is there to process? I own the painting, someone stole it, and your company provided me with insurance. I am the victim here.
A state you share with the deceased, monsieur.
George, are you gonna chime in with anything? This is officially your job. No, I guess we're just gonna let Nico do his job for him.
What connection do you have to Vera Security?
I've never heard of it.
There is strong evidence that ties you to Vera Security.
Oh, you are beginning to sound like a policeman, madame.
We are merely doing our jobs, monsieur. We must leave no stone unturned.
I would leave this particular stone unturned if I were you.
I'd rattled him, but I didn't want to push too hard. Of course. We will check our information again.
I would do that. I think that is enough for now. When do you expect the claim to be paid out?
It will not be long, monsieur.
When exactly? Surely you can give me a date.
Monsieur Medovsky, I'm sure you...
Please excuse the interruption, sir.
What is it, Shears?
Hobbs is here.
Tell him I'm busy.
He mentioned the portfolio, sir.
For pity's sake, can he not just follow simple instructions?
Well, this is a good coincidence.
Please excuse me for a moment.
The gardener's called Shears?
Yeah, probably not what his mother christened him.
I can see a little card of some kind left behind here. Is he gonna stand there and stare at me? No, he's
What
leaving.
a creep.
Very clever creep at that. We got nothing on him, and he knows it.
He just brushed off the Vera connection. We need something else to get under his skin.
Do we really?
Marquez has leverage.
Yeah, it's just one man's word against another.
So what else can we do?
Let's take a look around. Maybe there's something here we can use against him.
Good idea, George. You search, I'll keep watch at the window.
Can I have my cursor, please? Thank you.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. I picked up the business card. It read, Wilfred Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. No point arousing Medovsky's suspicions. The note read, L. Serp Drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken. Somebody had been careless with their small change.
You
See a
think?
penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck.
I don't think so, George, but yoink.
I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow Debating Society. A Russian imperial egg. It looked rather plain. It was a thank you note from a British politician. Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends.
Yeah, I can see the Tony signed there, even at this range.
Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869. It seems our Medovsky has friends in low places.
Like the British Parliament.
It's like my boss said, the guy wants to be a player.
Medovsky in Libya. Happy days. What kind of guy hangs a picture of himself and Colonel Gaddafi on the wall?
The kind who will commit murder in order to steal their own painting.
Yeah, that's valid.
It was a Russian privatization voucher. I wondered why Medovsky displayed it so proudly. Locked. I could only hope that Medovsky hid the key somewhere in the room.
It's not in that big, it's not on the big couch.
The
Cigarette
inlaid box
box,
was
oh.
studded with gems.
I thought this was a really
Magnificent.
expensive looking book.
It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box. The catch had snapped. The paperclip just flexed and slipped off the catch.
Damn, I really thought that was gonna work.
By extraordinary good fortune, the coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch. Fancy that. Keys are always useful.
Aha.
Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor, Hobbs, about the portfolio.
That portfolio is important, I'm sure of it.
Alright, let's get in the other room and see what's in there. Getting Resident Evil Code Veronica vibes, man. I always loved the aesthetic of Code Veronica. I think Code Veronica might be, like, my second favorite Resident Evil.
The study door's open now. Hear anything else interesting?
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous, and I don't like that.
Understood. I have got a few questions, though.
I do not like questions either. Hurry up.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who were they? They look like coppers.
They were from the insurance company.
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important. We need to stay with it.
I got Hobbs' address from his card. When we're done here, we should check it out.
Okay, Josh, but hurry. Medovsky will be back soon.
Probably the best of the old-style Resident Evils. I honestly like Resident Evil 3 more than I like even Code Veronica. And
I'm gonna
hot
check
take,
out
I
the
don't think
stuff.
Steve was that bad.
Okay.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars worth of art on these walls. The desk was magnificent.
And had an obvious puzzle code on it.
Filthy habit. The chair was fancy and probably more expensive than it looked.
Can I do anything with... Yeah, I don't know anything about... I don't know how to spell open sesame in Cyrillic.
The drawer was open. My heart skipped a beat. But inside, I saw only a candy bar wrapper.
Alright, let's check out the cigar cutter, which was a...
Those two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in. I resisted the urge.
No, George, give in to the urge! Put your finger in there. Do it. Do it. Do it. It'll be funny. Do it. Yeah, I don't know what I would spell here, so I need some... There has to be some clue in the environment.
These paintings would have kept a critic enraptured for hours, but I didn't have time to dwell.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the... Alright, let's just start pushing buttons. How many can we push in before it... All of them. It never, rejects. Okay. Well, that's... I don't know if I'm missing cluing here or what.
It was the old coin from Medovsky's library.
Trevor, what do you think?
I could hear the little fella scuttling around in there.
Okay.
It was the key I'd found in Medovsky's cigarette box.
Nico, do you have any ideas?
Nico?
Shh. I'm eavesdropping, Josh.
Typewriter. Oh, wait, typewriter. Okay, this could help.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Can we lift this up and see what he's been typing? No.
I figured that had to be the space bar. I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a US keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out.
Okay. So, wait a minute. So these are numbers? Okay, wait a minute. I got it. 1869 is written on the book. 1 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Alright, I need a pencil. Where's a fucking pencil? How do I not have a pencil? God damn it. There's one around here somewhere. No, I don't have a pencil. Shit. Okay, I'm just gonna have to try to AHSO. Thank you. I'll try to remember that. A H S.
A secret drawer popped open.
There we go. Okay,
I
thank
knew
you.
That publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets. It certainly wasn't Medovsky's sock drawer. Hey, Nico! Come see this! I think we've struck gold.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Look, a letter from a guy called Gainan. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Maledizio. They're offering way over the asking price.
Anything connecting Medovsky to Vera?
Well, let's see. Here we go. A lease for Vera's security.
Aha.
You're
Then we
not
have
watching the
proof we need.
door, Nico.
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Shears. Waterloo Motors, one helmet. These are from Paris. Madame La Trex. Hotel Britannique. Pizza. Nico. Pizza. I think your friend Shears might just be Henri's killer.
Josh, what have we got ourselves into?
Here he comes.
I just heard the front door close. Medovsky's coming. Put everything back in order, quick!
Right.
Moments later.
He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
Unless he walks
Josh,
in
the
and...
coin!
Damn, no time. Look cool, Nico. I'll handle this.
I apologize for the lengthy wait. As you can imagine, my time is at a premium.
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think we're almost finished anyway.
And payment?
Very soon, monsieur. Very soon.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Nope, we're good.
Now
Bye.
please, if you're quite finished, I'm a busy man.
Thank you for your time,
I don't want to
Monsieur
press him
Medovsky.
about shit.
We'll be in touch soon.
Well, No prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs' place, right?
Got it in one. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance man, George.
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have cracked the case and be toasting our success.
Here's hoping. Looks like rain.
Come on, let's get that cab.
It always
Taxi?
looks... You're in London. It always looks like rain.
I think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I
Gave
guess
him
this
your
Hobbs
real
character
names, it's
doesn't
true.
like visitors.
Did that billboard say Bile
Not
Bears?
the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Malediccio.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
Did we? Yeah, we kept
It
the
was the
coin.
old coin from Medovsky's library. I'd forgotten to replace it.
It's fine. I'm sure that's fine. That probably won't come back to bite me.
The chain was wrapped around the gate and secured with a tough-looking padlock. I wouldn't have been able to break the chain, or the padlock.
Let's see, we got some junk. A dumpster.
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes. George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
And you.
George is already pretty extraordinarily rendered.
That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it.
That said, I love how fast George lies there. I trust you are still in Paris? Oh yeah, absolutely! Then why does your geolocator say London? It's London, France.
The large dumpster was full of garbage.
Drainpipe.
Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid, unless I had a great reason to do so.
Bile beans. Healthy, bright-eyed, and slim. I hate it. Thank you.
The mailbox read, W. Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. There was a piece of paper sticking out of the mail slot.
Federal offense.
For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won. I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting.
A
This
felon
could
in
come in
how
useful.
many countries? Let's see. Have you been back to the U.S.? We know France. France, England, Australia, I believe is, no. Yeah, Syria, possibly. Where was he at the start of Broken Sword 3? The Congo. The generic Congo. I'm gonna go with at least 4, possibly 5. We can't be sure.
I don't think there's anyone home.
There's a light on upstairs.
There was definitely someone home.
Alright. Climb the drain pipe, George.
Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid.
Okay.
Unless I had a great reason to do.
Nico!
What's up?
The lights are on, but nobody's answering.
Maybe they can't hear you knocking. We could try some other way of attracting their attention.
Some other way of attracting their attention. Okay, let's set the trash on fire.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Let's set the dumpster on fire.
That would be pointless.
Let's hit the car horn.
Not a sound. The horn wasn't working.
Really? Turn the handbrake off.
I decided to leave the handbrake alone.
No, let's push the van through the front window. There is no front window. Alright. Whiskey.
Slosha.
Yeah, let's get sloshed. This van is fucked. Yeah, that is one of the more fucked vans I have ever seen in my life. I'll admit that.
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
I can see that the bonnet is a... yeah. We're gonna flip it open and activate the horn that way. We're going in manually.
The hood was definitely stuck.
Okay, we're not going in manually. Can we hit the horn with the whiskey bottle? Can we throw the whiskey bottle? Can we make a Molotov cocktail out of the whiskey bottle?
That wouldn't have worked.
Why do I want to burn this man's house down so badly? I'm not sure. Van bonnet is stuck. Use a paperclip?
The paperclip wasn't tough enough to open the hood.
Trevor, you got any input? No, okay. Can we break the window further? No.
I needed a better idea.
I do need a better idea. I admit I don't have much of an idea. Let's get back in the cab. See if we can pop the hood this way somehow. Have I tried bio beans?
I
No.
popped open the
There we
van's
go.
hood.
No, I don't plan to. There we go. Hood open. Allegedly. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 clicks to get something to
The engine
happen.
was held together by rust and dirt.
Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise. Neither hornpipe was connected to either the battery or the cab. It was the van battery. I needed to hook this up to the horn somehow.
I gotta say, this interior here almost looks fucking AI generated for how shitty it is.
It was one of 2 horns in the van.
There are
It didn't
2
seem to
horns.
be connected to anything else under the hood. 2 wires hung loose from it. It was one of 2 horns. It didn't seem to
Alright.
be
There are 2 wires, loose wire.
a loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn.
Spare cable. Well, let's just grab a cable from somewhere in here.
A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere.
Wiring loom. I'm used to thinking of that as wiring harness. But okay, loose
A
wire.
loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn.
Where the fuck am I getting spare cable? I mean, anywhere in here would be fine. Maybe if I have maybe I use a paper clip.
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where I'm getting spare cabling from. One metal thing's as good as another, right?
The chain was wrapped around the gate and secured with a tough-looking padlock.
Can you pick the lock?
I thought about trying to pick the lock with a paperclip, but that really only works in the movies.
Okay. Junk pile, maybe.
I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire.
That's a surprise.
The engine bay was a mess.
2 lengths of wire. Alright. Then the battery terminal.
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Okay. Imagine this being easier than just screaming a lot.
The horn wasn't working.
Oh.
If only I'd hung out with the cool kids at school. I'd have learned how to hotwire a truck.
Shit.
Like the rest of the van, the ignition was covered with rust and dirt.
Horn wasn't working. Horn wasn't working. Why not?
A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. None of the wires were connected to anything.
Oh, wait.
A loose wire hung from the right-hand horn.
I did attach it to the battery. I didn't attach it to the horn.
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Yeah, there we go. I think.
A bundle of short... It was the van battery.
Alright. Wait, is this?
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Alright.
A loose wire hung from the horn.
Connected it from the cab to the horn to this horn to the van battery. Need one more wire. Maybe I do need one more wire. But I can't get one more wire. You can't get your wire.
The horn wasn't working.
I need to do this with 2 wires somehow. Battery terminal to the horn. Wiring loom to this horn.
A loose wire hung from the horn.
Maybe I do need to use a paperclip.
That would be pointless. It was the van battery. I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Alright, does it need to actually go to the battery at any point? Can I snip one of the wires with the clippers? There does seem to be an awful lot of wire here.
I hoped this wouldn't cut short my plan. I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Yeah, okay.
The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn. Everything was wired up. The horn had power.
Okay. Thank you. That would not have occurred to me for a while, I think. It should have, but it didn't.
I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now, what are you doing in my yard?
That's a good accent. Have you seen this cockroach?
Mr. Hobbs, let me just show you this.
Get lost.
Well, that could have gone better.
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
Alright, we need to get his full attention. We're gonna need to use a letter or something.
I decided to give it another blast.
Beep, beep, beep.
For crying out loud, will you leave my van alone?
No.
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs. Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
That worked. Oh, this is a squalid place. I fucking hate
About
this.
time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best Belle Epoque floozy.
We end up in the sleaziest situations in this game.
That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio. The fuse box was emitting a sinister buzzing sound. It should have been condemned years ago. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
Damn.
I didn't need to sit. It was time for action.
A time for action! Let's give him some whiskey. Wait, let's not give it to him directly. Let's just put it in the glass.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Thanks, but I've already got a glass full.
A variety of liquor bottles, all empty.
Well, let me get that for you then.
Hey, I'm still drinking that.
Putting anything other than good whiskey in a man's glass would be a pretty low thing to do.
I mean... Man, alright, fine. Let's just save. Okay. George, strip. We're getting you naked.
My. If it isn't George Stobart.
What?
Lady Piermont. Oh, my. You're...
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Well, this is
Oi,
a
what are
thing.
you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life, in every way.
I really respect that the game brought this character back, although I'm surprised with the way they did it.
How about another whiskey?
Oh, don't mind if I do.
So I think what we have to do is pour him whiskey, get him to interact with Lady Piermont, and eventually he will pass out from having drunk so much.
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
Balcony door, lift buttons. Stereo?
An old record player and amp. The only thing in the room not covered in paint.
Thermostat.
The thermostat looked older than the building itself.
See if we can burn this place down.
Hey! Leave that dial alone.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
What the hell does
Lady
that...
Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting
Hopefully it
George
blows
here
the
turn up
power and then we
heating.
can...
Oh, go ahead then. But be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
I turned the thermostat up as far as it'd go. I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
I would hope so. More whiskey.
How about another whiskey?
That's smashing. Pour away.
Yeah, he's really feeling it. You can tell. What
It
about
was
the...
elevator control panel?
Oh, the elevator. I'm sure the power supply will love that.
Oh, you. Get down from there. It's private.
Damn it.
Oh, sorry.
Creaky stairs, creaky stairs. Do I get anything that deals with creaky stairs? No, not really. Honestly, we should probably burn this place down, but... Lady Piermont, any more?
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Oh boy,
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
no reaction? Oh.
Could I tempt you with a cookie, Lady Piermont?
You could tempt me with many things, George, but a half-eaten rich tea is not one of them.
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
God bless you, you aging cougar.
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
I didn't think Piermont would have anything to say about it.
Oh.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
Yeah, Lady Piermont's not really interested in our inventory.
She probably wouldn't care. Can you keep a secret, Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs's table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod, and I'm putty in your hands.
Well, she's on board, as she always is.
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Malediccio?
Oh, is this another of your adventures, George? How delicious. Shh. My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, Georgie.
That's all for now.
Creaking stairs. Can I do anything with the fuse
A
box?
well-worn stool sat in the corner.
Like, maybe now that I know I need the wiring to be dicky.
I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
Stick a paperclip in there.
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
Stick a coin in there. Really dislike that
Nope,
word.
I
That's,
needed to
that's
try
fair.
something else.
Understandable. Ah, stereo.
Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years.
What's that?
Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams.
Does he have any Dream Theater in here? Volume knob.
The stereo was switched off. Adjusting the volume wasn't going to make any difference. I turned the volume up a few notches.
Alright, that's gonna cover our, trip up the stairs. No, it's not.
I turned the volume down again.
Oh.
I turned the volume up a few notches.
Bang Olufsen. That's real? I thought bang off was like a cheap pun.
Oh, you. Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
Yeah, how would I trip the whole system?
It was locked. I wondered what was behind the door.
Transporting Lady Paramount, maybe? I mean, I have everything electrical in the building on.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Legerdemain?
Actually, I just need you to step onto that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course.
And then...
Is this good, George, darling?
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
Okay, actually transporting a person upward should do it. Counts as legerdemain? I thought legerdemain was like forgery. Alright, yeah, that blew the power. And he storms off. Good. Get to that portfolio.
Now was my chance.
Sleight of hand and other such deceits. Ah. Naked person.
Hobbs was good, but no way was he going to sketch me in the nude.
I mean, George, some people pay for that.
Impressionist sketches. Well, it wasn't La Malediccio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
Yoink.
What the heck? I told you that portfolio was private.
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of a painting, La Malediccio, by the Spanish artist El Serp. One of these sketches is a study of that painting.
Well, sure. But what's that got to do with that? I'm a restorer, and I restored it. I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
You just volunteered a great big hunk of info there, man.
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. The Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
Let's go hard on him.
But something did happen, Hobbs. Your friend lost his life.
Look, I'll help you however I can, but this mess is way above my pay grade. What do you want to know?
I knew he wouldn't be interested.
Oh?
Why would anyone want to steal La Malediccio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe. There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
Wow, it had deeply religious symbolism from a Spanish artist? Wow, that's never happened before.
How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The Serp is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext. A lot of symbols.
Tell me about the symbols in La Malediccio.
Very Christian, deeply religious, but not exactly orthodox.
The sort of thing that would upset a priest? There was one at the gallery telling everyone how evil it was.
As I said, it's not exactly orthodox, and the church can be very touchy about orthodoxy. Especially now they can't just burn anyone they disagree with.
I mean, they can, they just... Well, that's... Anyway.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
He'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Medovsky mention him?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
I like that he's
And we
perfectly
have a
willing to
pretty
get
good
George naked even after these revelations.
Someone's lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Hotting up, you say?
Taxi?
Hotting up sounds like legit French. But don't get me wrong. It really does.
Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity. Nave preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt. I could see Nave and Mu inside. I assumed that they were preparing for the reconstruction.
Now, if this were a certain variety of adventure game, I feel like coming back here to the gallery would trigger like a reconstruction from the police, and Nave would find you automatically guilty and you would be arrested and lose the game. This isn't that kind of adventure game, but I don't know. I still feel trepidation about going in there.
Hi.
Monsieur?
So nobody else was here at all?
No, monsieur. I think the police tape is putting my customers off.
I'll take a coffee.
I don't think so.
What?
The coffee you desire, monsieur, is not served here.
Well, how do you know what coffee I desire?
Because I look into your eyes, monsieur, into your very soul, and I see.
Is that right? So what exactly do you see?
I see a tall glass of milky macchiato, sprinkled with chocolat, with a long spoon, and a biscuit on the side.
Wow. That's exactly what I want.
And it is precisely what you will not get. In my café, monsieur, I serve only café noir in teeny cups.
You know what? Suddenly I'm not thirsty anymore.
I genuinely think this waiter is my favorite character, not just in this game, but in the entire Broken Sword series. In teeny cups. I genuinely think this waiter is my favorite character in the entire series.
Whiskey?
You offer me cock of the Glen, monsieur? Have you no shame?
No, I have no shame. You want an antique coin?
What do you think of this coin?
If you wanted to tip me, monsieur, you could at least pay me in euros. Or better still, franc.
The waiter wouldn't want to see it.
Oh.
The waiter wouldn't want to see it.
Oh.
He probably wouldn't care.
Oh.
He wouldn't want to see it.
Oh.
Rich tea cookie?
Ah, the biscuit that dare not speak its name. Save it for your English friends, monsieur.
Ah, the depth of contempt and for your English friends.
He probably wouldn't care. What can you tell me about this?
I am afraid that I know nothing about that.
I knew he wouldn't be interested. What do you think of this Brett?
It makes me feel strange. My mother used to wear it.
Your mother? But it's for men.
It was the 60s, monsieur, when girls were like boys, were like girls.
What the hell was that jiggle? Okay.
Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Navet.
Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But investigators never fail to start up, sir.
Your pessimism is duly noted, Moo.
I
But
can't tell
listen,
what they're trying to...
This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce everything for us. The location of the second shooter will be a mystery no more.
The what?
One moment.
A marvel indeed, sir. Though at the moment, it is kaput.
Your pessimism has obviously infected the circuitry, Moo. Let me think for a moment.
If I could just...
Shh! Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the laser matrix.
Sir, I have no idea what that is.
Move over, Moo. Now, let me see. Oscillating reverberator? Check. Refraction spectrometer? Check. Now, what can I do? Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you. Glad you could finally make it.
Inspector, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, yes? I shall be the judge of that.
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shears living in London.
Fascinating. And the good news?
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me, Monsieur Stobart.
It's not a joke. This guy Shears was working for a Russian ex-mobster. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Gardeners, KGB, fraud. You are a fantasist, monsieur. And I have no time for fantasy. Reality is my suitcase, as you Americans say. Now, stand over there and keep out of trouble until the others arrive.
Well, who are we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon. Please, I am very busy.
I don't think I've ever heard an American say that.
Ah, Moo, a clever choice. But no cigar for you. Try the red.
Mon Dieu!
Why are they so scared of the fantastical? I don't know. I know an awful lot of people who make shit up for a living.
Nave's machine was plugged in.
If
Let's
I pulled the
solve
plug
that.
out, I'd just get Nave even more worked up.
Oh.
I decided to bide my time and wait for the right moment.
Monsieur Stobart, please remain within the main gallery.
Okay, maybe let's call Nico?
Nico, how's it going with Ronnie?
I'm avoiding him. He wants to take me off the story. How about you?
This reconstruction is a total waste of time.
I'll be over soon. Just finishing up here. Let me know if anything exciting does happen.
Will do.
See you later.
I think that's where we'll leave it for now. For, this weekend anyway. Man, we are at about 29% done. So, this is not yet anywhere near
What I'm trying to
finished.
say is maybe you ought to save.
I just did. Yep, 30%. Okay, we're 30% done. That's more than 29%. Tomorrow is my day off. I will not be doing shit. And I will be enjoying it. Tuesday, however, we return to Rhapsody, a musical adventure, which is proving very interesting. I've never played a game where you crawl out of a toilet and slap people in the head with a fish before. Much respect. And, yeah, that's gonna be it. Yeah. In the meantime, I have to, get something to eat and finish waking up. So, I will be, buggering off here. Not gonna be raiding anyone, I don't think. No, I think we're good. And, yeah. Good night. Good luck out there. Enjoy yourselves. And, I don't know, eat well.